Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part 75 of Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2. In the last part, we came to the War Shapers Guild. That's the word I was looking for. On orders of the Queen to, well, talk to the now dead leader, and she has given us a mission, so we're going to go and do that. But this statue depicts an Amur woman, her hand extended and grasping at the air. An eroded plaque sits by her feet. Something about the statue calls out to you, the echo of a fractured soul that tarried in this place for long and thoughtful years. You feel victory tinged by grief and regret. Your vision bobs with the motion of the sea. You stand aboard the deck of swift winds, where your mate share bemused, self-congratulatory, glances as they work. I don't know what it is about this word, but there's some words that you just get halfway through and you can't fucking say. One of them claps your back with approval. Shake off the gesture. You step back and aim a reproachful look at your mate, however friendly his intent. You know there will be time for reprieve when you are squared away in Nekataka. Something cuts through the water to your port side, an enormous shape just beneath the waves. Someone shouts that the winds have turned in your favor at last. This is followed by an enthusiastic cheer among the crew. You don't share their mirth. Eyes to the horizons, I say. You bring home a mighty gift. Although it takes an unusual form, one that you pray to Nagati. Pray to Nagati that you are able to keep in check. The vision dissipates, and your land legs reassert themselves. Hold her hand. You grasp the hand with tenderness. At first, nothing happens, but then a tiny drop of water forms at the corner of her eye and rolls down her cheek, dripping onto the floor. Wipe away the tear. You reach out and draw your thumb down the statue's cheek, wiping away the trail of moisture. For a moment, the stone feels soft to the touch. Attempt to read the plaque. The words are much eroded and water damaged, but a few choice snippets of phrases stand out with clarity. Periki, law and hunter. Cross the length of, and back again. Remembered for cunning deal. Laphis, may her rest utility, soul, edum. Closer scrutiny reveals that this description was perfectly marred, an act of sabotage done perhaps years ago by the foreignness you suspect Kifans.
This is the tomb of Periki. Such disrepair, I say.
Tikehu, as tucked in size.
I will wear this scar with pride.
I hope you know what you're doing.
I don't give a shit if it's thief Robin. Right, so let's clear out this tomb and we can get to opening the door that we were in a task of opening.
I see you.
So we'll just explore every part of it. We need to explore every part of it, obviously, to clear it out. So our druid is unfortunately weakened now.
Let's get started.
Right, as he says, let's get fucking started, boys. I may as well drag everyone into this. Oh shit, what that guy did. I don't know what those Naga towers do, but I'm guessing it's not good for my health. Good old Shoti's gonna go find out for us.
Here we go.
It's destroyed. It doesn't. That's a win, ladies and gentlemen. That's a win. Again, I pressed the wrong ability. It's not like me to be using my abilities correctly or in like smart ways. Don't like it.
Another for the queen.
There we go. Fuckers be dead.
Happy to oblige. What can I do you
We
for?
retrieved Guildmaster's rod.
I'm here. Easily done. Show me.
So now we need to uncover the
Let's go
guild
there.
secrets, I believe that said.
That.
So what's this? The tunnel descends sharply into the murky waters. There's no telling just how far into the mountain it goes. Let's see what's up here. Can never be too sure, as they say. Nope, looks like we've completely cleared it out other than what's in this room up here. Well, I say we look into it. Right. I'm not going to remember this,
I'll
but...
see to it.
As you approach the door, the carved stone flashes a light. You feel a faint, salty breeze gusting from an unseen source. Touch door with the rod of the deep hunter. The door reacts at once. A stone panel shifts aside to reveal a circular dial engraved with symbols. This would appear to be a locking mechanism required for requiring a precise combination. We'll study the symbols around the dial. Brushing away the layers of dust reveals a circular dial of pictographs. Though you could not guess their irrelevance or relation to each other, you recognize the symbols themselves. The first is a full moon, beaming down on Eora. The next is a Juana symbol of Ondra, classically depicted with the head of an anglerfish in her aspect of Nagati. The next is a pair of hands reaching out for each other, their fingertips just barely making contact. And last is the rain, falling powerfully and inexorably. Let's have a look at this again. Nagati. Or... I'm going to do the smart thing. I'm going to take a photo of that. Because no one said I couldn't. Let's just ignore that I took that photo, because that did not fucking work. That'll do. Right, so let's try something. I'll begin to manipulate the dial. The dial slot shows an engraving of the moon shining its pale, mournful light upon a aura. So we'll do it clockwise. No. I meant counterclockwise. Now we'll press the dial. Hear a grating mechanical clunk of stone tumblers setting into place behind the door. And then we'll want to go back clockwise. You hear a grating mechanical clunk of stone. It's clockwise again. Counterclockwise. And then... you hear clattering of words as the dial recedes into the door. There's a low rumble as the doorway opens inward, revealing a dark, narrow tunnel beyond the beyond. So essentially, the way this works is you basically just read the inscription, and each part of the inscription relates to one of the pictures. So let's travel through the passage. The air beyond the passage is humid, reeking of stagnant water and something else, something old, which raises the hairs on the back of your neck. As you take your first step, an ear-splitting roar rises in volume and echoes down the passage, shaking loose the surrounding rocks. Go through anyway. You navigate the dark, narrow tunnel, pressing your shoulders together to fit the passage. Well, that's a dragon. As the massive upheaval of water settles, the air thickens with oppressive humidity. It takes a moment for your eyes to adjust before you can make the sense of a shape that breached from the depths.
How in all Aora have they kept it down here?
Oh, this would be a great fishing story.
Holy God, but it's beautiful. And I'll bet smart as a whip and just as mean.
She sucks in a sharp breath.
Have you come to deliver me from this prison of my own making?
The dragon flares his nostrils and glares at you. Let me get my bearings first. Who are you?
I am Skirilophus, Guardian of the Isles.
He slaps his tail against the floor.
You ever consider a nickname?
Yep, he narrows his eyes at Edir.
Just give it some thought, is all I'm saying.
What is this? One of Andra's whelps?
His snout wrinkles at Takehu.
Hello.
Takehu swallows. Hot steam jets from the dragon's nostrils. So I take you're the one causing the whole city to shake.
You do not see chains around me, but I am confined all the same. One by one, every link shatters.
The dragon stares at the wards around the prison.
You can only be here for one reason. You serve the Huana.
His eyes narrow into slits.
This prison is built on a foundation of their lies.
What are you talking about?
You stand in the sanctum of the Water Shapers. Those who make parlor tricks of Ngati's art. An art in decline. The Huana Covenant has failed. With each grain of sand surrendered to outsiders, Ngati draws her favor away from her chosen people.
What covenant is that?
One struck in a different time, when the gods showered devotion on Huana. The guild hides how their acolytes struggle. Their ancestral forms no longer respond as they once did. Soon, there will be no Water Shapers to remember them. When their mighty talent went into decline, I gave the Huana the strength to raise the very sea against our enemies. For my generosity, they bound me to this chamber by my soul.
This cannot be true, I say.
The half-breed's naivete is charming. I see why you suffer his company. And now the Deadfire dies in my absence. The luminous Adra shrieks in agony, calling out for a guardian.
You're still stuck here. Let me take a look.
You are a watcher. Of all the kith who could have entered this chamber, how intriguing.
Submerging in the dragon's soul feels at first disorientating, like pursing the stacks of a vast library. The energy and vibrancy that should colour his soul is grey and worn. From the shadows, a dark, formless thing reaches out to you in desperation. The wards around the stone floor drag the essence down and disperse its energy elsewhere to the well-shaped students of Nekitaka. As it touches you, the weight of the prison is like an anchor. You withdraw from the sensation, feeling shaky and depleted. I've looked into your soul. It's true.
Believe what you will. My duty to the archipelago is all that matters. Freedom comes like the tide, and the Deadfire heeds my call. I sense a rod among your belongings.
He narrows his eyes and watches you carefully.
My gift to Periki. My covenant with the Huana. Another broken promise. It made the enchantments of this prison and can destroy them. It can set me free.
The dragon lashes its tail in eager, repetitive circles.
We have a responsibility, I say.
Trailing off, Takehu pulls absently on one of his hands.
But if he speaks truth, the Huana are better served if he remains.
Your opinion is irrelevant, half-breed.
I have questions about you first, dragon.
I will tolerate your curiosity.
So you think yourself of a guardian?
That is a duty as old as the islands themselves. In ages past, there were 3 guardians. They watched over the Isles, the Adra, and lost to Kaizo.
That is similar to the tenets of Ngati's covenant.
Takehu furrows his brow.
You are perceptive for a fish.
What do you know of Ukazo?
A city where kith spoke to gods. The heart of an empire. I know only what I hear. Ukaizo was gone before my time. Even its myth is dust and ashes.
You spoke of 3 guardians.
Creatures of unparalleled age and power, bound, like me, to strengthen the Huana. If they still lived, no foreign ship would trespass on these islands.
Something on your mind, Takeru?
Akira, there is too much running through my head, I say.
He touches his forehead, a spot.
For another time.
Takeru reaches up and touches his cheek with a shaking hand.
The fish is not ready to know what he only now suspects.
Something like a chuckle echoes in your mind. Back to my question.
Ukaizo is lost beyond all memory. Better to forget that monument of hubris.
How'd you get in here?
As outsiders threatened the Isles, the power of the Huana waned. Crafty Periki sought me out to strike a deal. She used my soul as a crutch for her water shapers. In exchange, she vowed to protect the Adra.
The water shapers don't protect Adra, they hold back the Raratayan army.
Indeed. The Huana bite off more than they can chew. I came as an honored guest. The water shapers grew strong, and new conflicts replaced the old. When I resolved to go, my captors left me here, cheated and howling in the dark.
So how did you get in here?
As outsiders threatened the Isles, the power of the Huana waned. She used my soul. Indeed, I came as an... When I resolved to go,
So you're bound by yourself.
Periki and her crew forged wards that anchor my soul to this chamber. I am not chained here, but I am compelled to remain. I have sat still for enough of your questions. Will you release me, or must this end with blood?
He flexes his claws and hisses. Allow me to inspect this prison. A large growl builds in the back of his throat.
Your inspection is irrelevant. I have seen enough of these walls for the both of us. The wards are the bars of my prison, and the rod you carry can bend them apart like stalks of wheat.
Fuck it, destroy the wards, understood.
Time has weakened the wards enough that I can leave this cell without you. There will be a debt of pain that I have no wish to incur. Betray me, and I will summon as many waves of Naga as it takes to shatter this prison.
The dragon unclenches his jaw and watches you in silence. But unfortunately, John will have to do that in the next part. If you guys enjoyed, see you guys next part. See you guys then.